What if I told you there was a civilization out there so powerful that it has changed the course of human history forever? A civilization whose influence is still felt today, more than 2,000 years after its fall. Welcome to Uncover, where we explore the secrets of history's greatest civilizations. And today we are uncovering the greatest civilization in history, the Roman Empire. Let's start at the beginning. Imagine waking up in 753 BC in a small Italian village on the banks of the Tiber River. Life here is simple but not easy. Your village, which you call Rome, is just one of many in central Italy, each fiercely independent and constantly fighting for survival. The surrounding region is known as Latium, and the people who live here are called Latians. You are a Latin, and your life will be filled with hard work as you farm your small plot of land or craft goods to sell at the marketplace. Food is scarce, and the threat of war with neighboring villages looms large. As you look around, you see the seeds of what will become one of the largest empires in history. To your immediate north is the Etrurian kingdom, and to the south, across the fertile plains of Campania, lies the Greek colony of Cumae. To the west, the Mediterranean coastline teems with merchant ships, and the blue waters hold the promise of adventure in new lands. Little do you know, within a few centuries, your small village of Rome will conquer all of these regions and more. Rome begins as a small village of huts and tents inhabited by a small tribe of people called the Latins. Legend has it that Rome was founded by Romulus, who killed his twin brother Remus for making fun of him. Although this story is almost certainly a myth, it does illustrate one of the key ingredients in Rome's rise to power, its ambition. Unlike their neighbors, the Romans were never satisfied with simply maintaining the status quo. They always wanted more. And as Rome grows, so too does its ambition. The next step in Rome's development comes with the establishment of a monarchy around 616 BC. Under the rule of the first 7 kings of Rome, the city transforms from a small village into a real town. King Numa Pompilius establishes Rome's first temples, while King Tullus Hostilius conquers the nearby Sabine territory. But it is King Ancus Marcius who lays the foundation for Rome's future greatness by expanding the city's borders and building its first port at the mouth of the Tiber River. With each passing generation, Rome grows larger and wealthier, amassing an impressive war chest that can be used to fund military campaigns and infrastructure projects throughout the city. But prosperity brings problems, and Rome's kings struggled to maintain order. By 509 BC, the Roman people have had enough of the monarchy and establish a republic with elected officials who are supposed to serve their interests. This is a big deal because unlike monarchies, which are often ruled by one person with absolute power, republics are run by elected leaders who are accountable to the people. Although only a small minority of Romans will ever hold political office, the Roman Republic will eventually grow to include territories as far away as Spain, Greece, and North Africa. One reason for Rome's early success is its highly effective military. Unlike most armies of the ancient world, Rome's legions are made up of citizen soldiers who fight for the glory of Rome and are well trained and disciplined. The Roman army also makes extensive use of auxiliary troops, which are non-citizens who fight alongside the legions. In addition to infantry and cavalry, the Roman army also uses siege engines like catapults to destroy enemy fortifications and battering rams to break through gates. One of Rome's biggest advantages over its enemies is its sophisticated engineering. Romans built roads, aqueducts, bridges, and buildings that are marvels of the ancient world. For example, the Appian Way is a 350-mile-long road that connects Rome to the rest of Italy. Aqueducts bring fresh water into the city, and public baths provide a place for citizens to relax and socialize. Another reason for Rome's success is its ability to absorb and adapt other cultures. For example, Romans adopt the Greek alphabet and make extensive use of Greek art and architecture. However, Rome's greatest cultural contribution may be its legal system, which is based on the concept of natural law. Roman law is written down in the famous 12 tables and becomes the foundation of many modern legal systems. Perhaps most importantly, Roman law establishes the concept of innocent until proven guilty, which protects the rights of the accused. Over time, Rome becomes one of the wealthiest cities in the ancient world. Its economy is based on agriculture, trade, and industry. Farms in the Italian countryside produce food for the growing population of Rome, while merchants travel throughout the Mediterranean, buying and selling Roman goods. Rome also has a large number of skilled workers who make everything from pottery to weapons. But with great wealth comes great responsibility. As Rome grows, it becomes increasingly complex. There is more wealth to protect, more people to govern, and more enemies to fight. The Roman elites struggle to maintain control as the Republic becomes more and more unstable. Meanwhile, outside Europe, new societies are rising to prominence. The mighty Carthaginian Empire is a wealthy trading empire based in North Africa. Rome will eventually go to war with Carthage in the Punic Wars, a series of 3 conflicts that will determine the fate of the Mediterranean. Rome wins the war and becomes the dominant power in the Western Mediterranean. But this victory comes at a cost. The Roman Republic is deeply in debt, and the social divide between the rich and poor grows ever wider. As the Republic teeters on the brink of collapse, a group of Roman generals seize power and establish the Roman Empire. Augustus, the first emperor of Rome, restores order and stability to the empire. Under his rule, the Roman economy recovers, and the Pax Romana, or Roman peace, brings a golden age of prosperity to the empire. But the good times don't last forever. Over the next 2 centuries, the empire faces a series of challenges that test its strength. In 180 AD, the Emperor Commodus, who you may recognize from the film Gladiator, takes the throne. He is a weak and ineffective leader who squanders the empire's resources. In 193 AD, the Septimio Severus, a general in Commodus' army, seizes power and establishes a new dynasty. He is assassinated in 211 AD and is succeeded by his sons, Caracalla and Geta. Caracalla is responsible for the construction of the baths of Caracalla, one of the largest and most luxurious bath complexes in Rome. He is also the first emperor to open the empire to nuns, granting them Roman citizenship in an effort to boost the number of potential soldiers available to the empire. He is assassinated in 217 AD and is succeeded by his younger brother, Geta. Their grandmother, Julia Misa, tries to favor Getha over Caracalla's son, Elagabalus, leading to a civil war between the 2 branches of the Severan dynasty. Eventually, Elagabalus is declared the sole emperor, and his grandmother, Julia Mesa, becomes his mother, Julia Mesa, while Julia Mesa favors her grandson, Elagabalus, leading to a civil war between the 2 branches of the Severan dynasty. Eventually, Elagabalus is declared the sole emperor. In 222 AD, the emperor Elagabalus is succeeded by his grandmother, Julia Misa, while Julia Misa favors her grandson Elagabalus, leading to a civil war between the 2 branches of the Severan dynasty. Eventually, Elagabalus is declared the sole emperor. During the crisis of the 3rd century, Rome is plagued by economic instability, political corruption, and external threats. The empire is divided into 3 parts, and civil wars and economic crises weaken the central government. In 284 AD, Diocletian becomes emperor and institutes a number of reforms that stabilize the empire. He divides the empire into 2 halves, East and West, and appoints a co-emperor to rule the eastern half. This system of rule is known as the Tetrarchy, or Rule of 4. In 305 AD, Diocletian abdicates the throne and retires to his estate in Greece. His co-emperor Maximian continues to rule the western half of the empire, but it is the eastern half that will survive the longest. After a century of rule, the Western Roman Empire falls in 476 AD, when the Germanic chieftain Odoacer deposes the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus. The Eastern Roman Empire, however, will continue to thrive for another 1,000 years. It adopts the Greek Orthodox Church as its state religion and eventually comes to be known as the Byzantine Empire. The Eastern Roman Empire will finally fall in 1453 AD, when the Ottoman Turks capture Constantinople. Although the Roman Empire fell centuries ago, its influence can still be seen today. Many of its innovations, such as concrete, roads, and aqueducts, are still in use today. Its legal system is the basis for many modern legal systems, and its art and architecture continue to inspire awe in the modern world. But what about those pesky barbarians? Did they really destroy the Roman Empire, or was it something more complex? To find out, stay tuned for our next episode on the fall of Rome. Thank you for joining us on Uncover as we explored the secrets of the greatest civilization in history, the Roman Empire. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe for more exciting historical tales, and don't forget to join the conversation. What are your thoughts on the rise and fall of Rome? What surprised you the most about this ancient civilization? Share your thoughts below. We can't wait to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious and keep uncovering the secrets of our past.